Your life is a result of the way you see yourself internally, your self-image, your self-concept. And in Maxwell Maltz's book, Psycho-Cybernetics, he talks all about self-image being the foundation of everything, because as a plastic surgeon back in the 50s and 60s, he was fixing people's faces and bodies and they didn't feel the same. In fact, their lives didn't change. And some of them did, but a lot of them didn't. And he couldn't figure out why. So in this book, he investigates why that is and how all of us have this same problem where we are who we think we are until we change it. And that little us was formed in childhood. And if we don't change the little person we came by about the age of 7 when our subconscious is formed, that's the we think we are for the rest of our lives. And no one can convince us differently. That's why a person who doesn't feel lovable, who doesn't feel enough, will never believe someone actually loves them. So in this book, Maxwell Maltz talks all about reevaluating your beliefs. And that's what I teach. I teach you to uncover what your beliefs are, your self-concept, and to change them. He talks about examining and reevaluating your beliefs. So let's do this little task that Maxwell Maltz taught us in this book. I want you to think of a belief you hold about yourself that's negative. Something like, I don't think I'm good enough for a relationship, or I'm never chosen and other girls are chosen over me. Let's try that one. So Maxwell Maltz in this book asks you to pose this question to yourself about that belief that you hold. 1, is there any rational reason for such a belief? Now, we all think our beliefs are rational because we've had them for so long. It's like a bad smell, like BO, that you've had your whole life and you can't smell it, but other people can smell it on you. Your bad self-concept of feeling like you're not going to be chosen, other people can see, other people can sense, other people get that reflection from you. That's why it keeps happening to you. But you don't sense it, you don't smell it, you don't realize you're even thinking it. So is that rational that another girl would be chosen over you, that you won't be chosen in love? Well, let's think of all the reasons why you might be. 2, could it be that I'm mistaken in this belief? Well, a lot of your beliefs, guys, you are mistaken because they're just things that you've become accustomed to. A lot of you guys don't realize your beliefs are just things you've become accustomed to, so you think they're true. But is there any reason why you've been mistaken in this belief? Think about it. Have you been chosen before? Have you been in relationships before? Have other girls not been chosen over you before? Well, yes. Well, then maybe I'm wrong. 3, would I come to the same conclusion about some other person in a similar situation? Now, this is a key one to think of, guys. Would you say the same awful shit you say to yourself to your best friend? If they were heartbroken, going through a breakup, depressed, would you say the same awful negative shit you say in your mind all day long to yourself? Oh, you're not good enough. Oh, you want someone else. Of course he wants that other girl. You're not pretty enough. You're not good enough. Would you say to your best friend, oh, you're not pretty enough. You're not good enough. That's why he broke up with you. You need some plastic surgery. That's your problem. You're just not pretty enough for him to choose. Of course he chose that other girl. Why wouldn't he? Look at you. Would you say that to your friend? Why do you say it to yourself? Number 4, why should I continue to act and feel as if this were true if there's no good reason to believe it? So once you've realized it's just a belief you hold, that you're mistaken in that belief and that you wouldn't speak to anybody else that way, then you've got to realize, well, hang on, is this serving me? How is this belief serving me? And why am I holding on to it and acting and feeling from this place of thinking this, believing this, if it's actually fucking up my life? That's what I teach you to do in all of my courses, in all of my workbooks. Everyone in my squad is investigating what they're thinking all the time when they ask a question in my forum, and the mentors help them with that. The squaddies help them to investigate, is this even true, the shit I believe? Why am I holding on to this belief? How is it serving me? I want you guys to write that down today. Those 4 things, and then come up with, how is this serving me? And then decide to no longer think that, because you realize it isn't helping you, is it? Follow on with me in part 3, where I talk more about the actions to take from the learnings in Psycho-Cybernetics, and come and join me in my squad for the Glow Up Challenge, August 4th.